What's up, everybody? Jason Allen, jasonallenonline.com. So I was thinking about this video I watched a few months ago, actually. So I'm not going to remember all the details, but I've got kind of the idea. So I was thinking about it because the last few days of what I've been podcasting about, what I've been talking about, and it just reminded me of this whole thing about like what we're doing here. So I don't know if you remember when, Jake Paul, I can't remember who he boxed. I think it might have been when he boxed, not Tyron Woodley. Maybe it was Tyron Woodley. Or Ben Askren. Maybe it was Ben Askren. I think it was Ben Askren. But, there's this issue with fighter pay in the UFC and all that. And if you're not a UFC fan, basically there's this issue where they don't really get paid as much as other professional athletes. And I don't want to go into the details about that. But so you've got this guy, Jake Paul, who's never really boxed before. He's an internet celebrity. He's a YouTube star. He started a YouTube channel when he was in high school, I think. And he and his brother, they got huge. And they're multimillionaires, and he started doing these boxing matches, and he boxed with a guy that was a professional fighter, and he made a couple $1 million. And there's guys in the UFC, world champions, that don't make anywhere close to that. And Francis Ngannou, who is the heavyweight champion in the UFC, he tweeted out when they were talking about all the money that Jake Paul was going to make from this fight. He tweeted out, "What are we doing wrong?" That's all he tweeted out. What are we doing wrong? And Chael Sonnen, again, if you're in this, if you're an MMA fan or a fight fan, you know all the people that I'm talking about. But basically, Chael Sonnen's a former fighter. He's a retired fighter. And he now has a YouTube channel where he talks about MMA. And he was known back when he fought as a mouth, basically. He ran his mouth a lot. He talked a lot of trash. And at the time, he claimed anyway that he was making more than any other fighter. And it's a believable claim for sure. So he did a response to Ngannou's tweet. And he said, he basically said, I'll talk about what you might be doing wrong. And he got in this whole thing about building an audience. You have to build an audience. The Paul brothers, like it or not, they've built an audience. And they're bringing their audience to whatever they're doing. So if they're doing a boxing match, their audience is watching. They're getting these huge numbers, and that's how they're getting paid. And you may not like it because, they're not world-class boxers, and there's other world-class boxers that don't get paid nearly that much. There's world-class fighters that don't get paid nearly that much. I mean, Francis Ngannou is a fucking beast. He's the scariest man alive, right? And, the UFC heavyweight champion. And he's not getting paid nearly that much. And Chael Sonnen was basically said, well, listen, you have to build an audience. You have to, right or wrong, like it or love it. We live in a world where you have to build up an audience of people that like watching you and listening to you, not just when you're fighting, but, you have to be churning out content on a regular basis. The Paul brothers do that. They just do. If you follow them on social media or YouTube, and actually, Logan has I don't follow their old stuff because I'm not a kid and that's not like my age group. But Logan actually has a podcast now, and it's a good podcast. You can watch it on YouTube. It's pretty good content. But anyway, the point is he was saying, listen, build an audience and you could sell whatever, including a sporting event. And this is like really the point of this internet marketing thing that we talk about all the time. People say, I want to make money online. I want to get into the online game. I want to quit my job and I want to start generating income online so I could travel the world, so I can be free, all this stuff. How do I do it? You have to build an audience. Just like, and when you build an audience of people, you could sell whatever the hell you want. It doesn't matter. You could sell physical products. You could sell info products. You could sell sporting events, skin. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're selling, but you have to have that audience built first. So I talk about this all the time. You become the attractive character that builds the audience, and then the audience brings in the revenue. You build the audience. You can build it on YouTube. You can build it through podcasting. You could build it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You could do blogging. You could go on a Medium and start a blog there if you're a writer. But you have to build an audience. You do that through publishing. You do that through becoming the attractive character. We talk about this all the time. This is the essence of making money online. Never forget that. Always focus on that. That should be your primary focus in business, is becoming an attractive character and building an audience. And then the rest will take care of itself. If you want to learn how to do that, head on over to jasonallenonline.com. I've got some great resources over there. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk soon.